enjoyed your Diwali vacations. So now is the time again to start with your studies. If you remember in science, we have already started the lesson that is flow of heat. Do you remember, children? And in that we have dealt with what are basically three modes in which heat can be transferred, and one of which is conduction, convection and radiation. I will again repeat, heat can be transferred either by conduction, convection or by radiation. And if you remember, last time we have already done with what is conduction. If you remember, we did with one of the experiment, we have put on with those pins and you started hitting it, and you could observe that the pins had fallen down from the surface iron rod which got heated up first. Okay, so let's try to recollect again what is conduction. Conduction is basically a process. What is conduction? Conduction is a process. Process of what? Transfer of heat. It's a process of transfer of heat, and this heat travels from one molecule to another molecule. It travels from one molecule to another molecule, from hot end to cold end. It travels from what? From hot end to cold end. So what is basically conduction? Try to remember, children. Conduction is basically a process of transfer of heat from one molecule to another, from hot end to cold end. That is what is being given as a definition. At the same time, we have to remember that the molecules themselves do not travel from one end to another. Molecules are not traveling, but rather the heat which is present inside the molecules, that is traveling. And you have to remember one more thing about conduction, that is conduction is possible, that is transfer of heat by conduction is possible only when the two objects are in contact with each other. That is, if I say that the heat needs to be transferred from this object to this object, if we want that, then at least these two objects should be in contact with each other, then only conduction can occur. Transfer of heat by conduction can occur. And second point, what needs to be there? Temperatures are not same, and the temperature of the two objects should not be same. They should vary. One should be higher and another one should be lower. Then only transfer of heat is possible by conduction. I hope you remember this. Now we will see with conductors and insulators. For first and foremost, children, what you have to remember, insulators are nothing but bad conductors of heat. Okay, that is another word which is being used. So don't get confused. We say good conductors and bad conductors. So instead of bad conductor, many times what word is used? Insulators word is being used. Now we will see with it. What are good conductors? Okay, materials which allow heat to be conducted through them. Okay, whichever material will allow the heat to flow through it, to the material, those materials are called as good conductors. Which are the good conductors? Good conductors are iron, copper, silver, aluminium. Almost all of the metals, they are good conductors. That means what? Heat can be transferred from one metal to another metal, as they are good conductors of heat. Now what are bad conductors? Exactly the same. Only thing is, we have to put up with the word should not be allowed. Okay. So the materials which does not allow heat to be conducted through it, that is called as bad conductors of heat, or they are even called as insulators. So which are the insulators? Mainly insulators are wood, plastic, glass, water, air. All these are bad conductors of heat. Children, what you have to do? You have to read out with activity 3 and activity 4. These activities are very easy. If you don't understand, we will discuss them in live class. Once in a while, we are going to have with our live class, and that we will deal with it. So do read out with activity 3 and 4. Okay. Now another thing what you have to remember, most of the liquids are bad conductors of heat. That means they are insulators. Most of the liquids are bad conductors of heat. And here I told you, most of the metals are good conductors of heat. Metals are good conductors, and most of the liquids, they are bad conductors of heat. And at the same time, gases which are having air, they are also bad conductors of heat. I hope this part is understood by everyone. Now let's move ahead. That is uses of good and bad conductors. See children, whatever material may be available, it can be either a good conductor or a bad conductor. But as you are knowing, everything has got its advantages and disadvantages. So human beings have made it a habit to use it in the best possible way in which they are available. So if the material is good conductor, so if we say that if we use, that is, good conductors of it wherever we want, whenever we use good conductors, at that places we want the heat to be transferred fast. Okay, from one object to another object the heat needs to be transferred, and that place we use good conductors of heat. And one of the good conductors of heat is nothing but cooking utensils. घर में जो खाना बनाने वाले बर्तन होते हैं, यूटेंसिल्स होते हैं, वो हम यूज़ करते हैं. क्यों यूज़ करते हैं? दैट इज़ द रीज़न वाई आई एम प्रोवाइडिंग. Why they are used? Because most of these cooking utensils, they are either made up of brass or they are made up of aluminium, or they are even made up of other metals. And as I have told you, what will this metal do? Metal will allow the heat to transfer very quickly. यानी हम जब बर्नर को ऑन करते हैं, वहाँ से जो हीट जाती है वो यूटेंसिल्स में से जाती है, और यूटेंसिल्स में से जो अंदर का जो खाना पक रहा है वो जल्दी हो जाता है. Why we use it? So that heating should be fast, cooking should be fast, and that is why the cooking utensils are mostly made up of brass or aluminium, or they are made up of metals. But one more thing you have to remember, that these which are the best metals, which are the good conductors of heat, which are the best good conductors? They are silver and copper. If you may have seen that nowadays utensils are there, and at the base you may have seen that they have got a copper coating. Is it not? They have got a copper coating, and that copper coating provides the fastest cooking, and that is why they are coated up with copper. But you all may be thinking, why not all these utensils used? Why not a complete vessel is made up of copper? Why not it is made up of silver? सभी को पता है चांदी, सिल्वर, it's very costly. Okay, we cannot afford to cook in it. Okay, at the same time copper also is very expensive. That is the reason nowadays utensils are given up with a coating of copper at the base, so that cooking will be much faster. Okay, so you have to remember that cooking utensils, as they are good conductors, therefore they are being made up of metals. Okay, now next thing, bad conductors. Now we will see. We have seen that cooking utensils are made up of metals. But children, have you seen, many a times you must have seen that the cooking utensils are having handles, okay, to hold on. Those are not being made up of metals. Why? Because if they are being made up of metal, why? Whenever we will touch it, what will happen? We will feel the heat. Garam lagega, chatka बैठ जाएगा, it will burn. Okay, and that is why handles of cooking utensils are always made up with those materials which are bad conductors of heat. They need to be bad conductors. Okay, so what are they? You must have seen that they are made up of plastics, they are made up of wood. All these materials are either made up of, handle is made up of wood, or it's been made up of plastic. Why? So that we should not catch the we should not burn our hand. Okay, and why plastic or why wood has been used? Because they are bad conductors of heat. They won't allow heat to transfer very fast. Okay. Now one more thing you have to remember, that jute or sawdust. Sawdust यानी क्या होता है? हम वो carpenter जो काम करता है, so whatever waste is there of the wood, that is called as a sawdust. Okay. So you must have seen that as jute and the sawdust, they are bad conductors of heat. That is why we every time cover the ice cubes होती है बड़ी बड़ी, देखा होगा समर में, is it not? Those ice gola walas, they do have it. Okay, so what are they covered with? Are they covered with metals? No, they are being covered with jute bags or jute cloth. बोरी से ढका होता है. क्यों? Why they are being covered? Because the reason is this jute is a bad conductor of heat, and whatever sun rays are coming, it won't allow, the jute will not allow the heat to get it transferred to ice, and it will not allow it to melt, and that is why these ice cubes, big ice cubes, are being covered with jute or sawdust. Okay. Next point is of refrigerators. Refrigerators, as you are knowing children, they have got double walls. If you will open it, try to open it and see it. They have got double walls with a space which is being filled up with an insulating material. Inside, if you open it, you will see that they have got a double door kind of thing. And inside of that is being filled up with an insulator material, that is, which is a bad conductor. Why it is being provided? It is being provided with because whatever coolness is there inside, it should not get lost. Okay, otherwise जब हम फ्रिज खोलेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, वो कोल्ड जो है वो बाहर आ जाएगा. That is what we don't want it. Okay, we want the inside part of the refrigerator to be cooler every time, and that is why these refrigerators are being provided with double walls so that this coolness should not get lost into the atmosphere. Okay. Next one is, yes, this is very important children, and it's one of the reasons, so pay attention here. Okay, in winter you are knowing that we are wearing woolen clothes. Okay, everyone is knowing that we do wear with the woolen clothes. Okay, and most of the times these woolen clothes, they are made up of wool. Okay, so if I compare this wool with the cotton clothes, what will happen? Wool, as you are knowing, wool कैसे होता है, जाड़ा होता है, उनमें उनके बीच में जो एयर स्पेसेस जो होती है, जो नीटिंग की जाती है, उसके बीच में बहुत स्पेस होती है. So when they are having air spaces, what will happen? They will accommodate more air. Okay, more air will be accommodated in the woolen clothes. And when we wear the woolen clothes, what will happen with that? That they won't allow the inside heat of our body to get lost to the surrounding, or it won't allow the outside cooler air to move inside our body. Will protect us from getting inside. Who will protect? This woolen clothes. Why? Because air will get trapped in between this outer surrounding and our body, over which we are wearing with a sweater. Okay, so air will be getting trapped and we won't allow the heat to get transferred, as it is a bad conductor of heat. Okay, that is the reason which is being given. Why? Because the reason is air which is getting trapped is a bad conductor of heat. At the same time, they are given up with one more instance, that is in cooler air. What most of the time we do, instead of taking up with a one big blanket, what we do, we take up with a thinner two blankets. Okay, why? Because when we take up with two thinner blankets, air will be, a layer of air will be trapped in between this two blankets, and this air won't allow the inside warmth to get lost to the surrounding. That's the basic reason why we use two this sheets or two blankets instead of using one thicker blanket. Okay, these are basically the uses of good conductors and bad conductors, children. Hope you must have understood.